How's it? All right. Sadly, my last ride got canceled. And the ride was the Seattle International Randonneurs 8K 600K. That's 800 meters of climbing and 600 kilometers. It was supposed to start in Concrete, Washington, then up to Mount Baker area, then east in the North Cascades, and back. But there's a lot of wildfires, so it was canceled, which is good. However, the campsite for which I had my yurt reserved charged me, but that's okay because I canceled last minute, and it's in the terms and conditions. So I'm getting ready for my next ride, which is a 1,200 kilometer brevet, and it's not here in Washington. It's actually in Minnesota. I've never been there before, and I heard it's going to be hot, so I'm very excited. It's been warm here and dry, but it still gets really cold when the sun goes down, so I can't wait to be somewhere that is hot and humid and sticky and gross. Yes. I'll be taking the train over, not flying and not riding. It's a sleeper train, so it might take a few days, but I don't leave for a while still. But I'm getting prepared. However, I'm not going to take the Crux. I take the Crux everywhere. The Crux is my go-to bike. It took me a long time to save up for the Crux. I had always wanted one, and I actually, after buying it a couple years ago, I just paid it off this July 10th, so I'm very excited. However, it's been a long time since I've ridden my 10-speed Bianchi. And there is, this Bianchi has some history I don't know about. But originally, I lived in downtown Seattle during the pandemic, and I lived in an apartment. And like many apartments and businesses downtown during the pandemic, they were getting broken into, and my bike got stolen. I kept my bike locked up very well. I kept it locked up to the bike rack that was in the parking garage, and the bike rack was attached to a cement wall. I came down one morning, and the whole bike rack was gone. Someone had stolen the bike rack full of bikes off of the parking garage wall. So the only thing left were just broken pieces of concrete where the bike rack used to be attached. But this is the bike I replaced it with the insurance money. I didn't get much insurance money, so this was what I got, which I'm pretty lucky because I actually love it. And it's a women-specific bike, and I don't care what anybody says. Women-specific bikes fit women great, especially for short torsos, long legs, narrow shoulders. This is a 46 centimeter frame. It's a Bianchi Impulso. Yeah, you'll see. It's a 10-speed. And I put my own, I recently replaced the rear derailleur, which was a short cage, like a very short cage, that could only fit max up to 28 teeth. I replaced it with a long cage and a 30-tooth cassette. 30-tooth is the biggest I can get on this bike, so it still has a 1.13 ratio, but it's better than what it was. And the bike is super light. I love it. And when I first got the bike, I also bought these wheels, which are pretty inexpensive. They're a local company. I don't know if they're still around. I don't know if they merged with someone else, but they're called Rolf Prima down in Oregon, and they make some wicked wheels. I got these Elan. They're meant for climbing. They're very light, and for rim brakes. Yeah. I got the bike from an old bike shop. Well, It's not there anymore. From a bike shop that used to be downtown, Velo. They used to be by the Amazon campus. But the bike, I can't remember if it's used or not, but it's kind of a hodgepodge. It has Shimano 105, pretty old ones, levers, and Shimano 105 rear mech, but it has FSA crankset and bottom bracket, and then a Tiagra front derailleur. Yeah. I've learned how to do all my own home mechanics on this bike. I've learned how to clean the bottom bracket, replace it, clean all the parts, replace the cables, obviously change out the rear derailleur and cassette. So this bike's been great. It's been fun to ride. It's been fun to learn on. However, I haven't ridden it much lately since getting the Crux, so maybe 2 years. And I really want to take it to Minnesota with me. The Brevet has no mountains on it, so I thought this would be a good opportunity to take it back out, because the last time I rode this on a randonneuring ride was in Texas for the Quick and Dirty 1200, and it was fun. So I'm going to give it a shot. But I'm going to put some new tires on there, because these are still the same tires that were on there a while ago. And the last time I rode tires I left on for a long time, it didn't go well. That's a story for another day. But right now, there's the Specialized Roubaix on here, 2325. And I'm just going to go ahead and replace them with the same, but new. And then I'll take one of the old ones with me on my Brevet as an emergency. I'll keep it in the saddlebag. All right. All right, I got the Bianchi set up, ready to go for the Brevet in Minnesota. I got my trusty top tube bag on there. However, I had to be real careful because I have external cabling here, so I had to go under it, which was actually pretty hard. But I made it work. And I'll have my Apidura 3-liter saddlebag back on the back there. I'll have all the lights attached, but they're currently charging. 2 bottle cages, not a third one like the Crux, so I'll have a hydration pack. I should note, I've only got 1 kidney, so I have got to stay hydrated. People always make fun of how much liquids I have. It's very important. All right, well, that's it. That's all I got. More to come on the 1,200 kilometer Brevet in Minnesota. All right, bye.